And I say, well, hold on a sec, sorry, hang on. You backed me win only in the Grand National. Give me a chance to do a good job for you. 46-year-old middle-aged men are allowed to do this, so why wouldn't you? My wife said to me a few years ago, well, it'd be ridiculous if you were still doing this at 50, so that gives me 4 more years. And so I've had to slightly think, what I might do next. And I have not come up with a single satisfactory answer so far. I have no idea.
In the centre, Dolphin Square, digging in as they run to the line, goes on, wild about Oscar, coming to challenge him though. Very tight Dolphin Square between them. The judge has 3 to split there.
I invest in real estate. I've been doing it for sort of 20 years. The job is to allow me to continue my dream of eating, drinking, educating my children. That's if there's anything left after that, then yep, racing, that's good. I was a kid who liked ponies, really, and so I rode all through my childhood. My dad was a racehorse trainer, but I was really more into eventing growing up. And then when I was at university, I started riding in a few point-to-points. And since then, nobody has told me to stop doing it. Until that day, we just keep going. I'm always looking for a Grand National horse, but they're very hard to find. Last year was maybe a once-in-a-lifetime thing where I found a really nice horse.
Getting a little bit closer is Ain't That a Shame?
And he gave me actually one of my best stats in racing that I love most, which is when people say, David, you're a useless jockey, and there's a lot of it on social media.
Then Galvin and Ain't That a Shame and David Maxwell, followed by Vanillier, last year's runner-up.
But there is one direct stat from the Grand National, which is Rachel Blackmore rode Ain't That a Shame the year before. She was 17th. I was 6th.
Galvin and Kitty's Light, Ain't That a Shame, got round under David Maxwell ahead of Meeting of the Waters. Galia Daylight.
The bit I think that will go to my grave with me is being 6th in the Grand National. Is at 45 years old riding around here and having each way punters paid out. Sometimes still, a year later, people say to me, oh, I lost money on you in the Grand National. And I say, well, hold on a sec, sorry, hang on. You backed me win only in the Grand National. Give me a chance to do a good job for you. Now there's a proper jockey. For casual observers, that's Will Biddick, and that is a man who can really ride. He is a beautiful rider of a racehorse. When somebody's saying on social media that I'm a bad jockey, genuinely, I don't care. I really do this for my own amusement. They're not saying it in an absolute sense. You're going to have a pile of comments under this going, no, I mean it in an absolute sense, he's a bad rider.
Yeah.
They're really meaning he's a bad jockey compared to Harry Cobden, Nico de Boinville, Harry Skelton. So I'm pretty happy to be a bad jockey by comparison to these top guys who are phenomenal horsemen. There's one very central point with horse racing that I think sometimes gets lost, and it's that central thing about the horse. These are the most wonderful animals. I mean, there is something really fantastic about a thoroughbred racehorse that has a racing brain and loves doing it. So it's absolutely right that in the sport, we absolutely put the horse first. At the heart of it, I'm still just a 14-year-old boy who loves his pony.